Old saying, don't you? If at first you don't succeed, try and try again. But is this now applicable to the former royals known as Harry and Meghan? Sometimes, of course, they're known as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Let me explain. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of Yorkshire today. I hope you're all keeping well, fine and dandy, lovely to have your company. This particular story really is gaining a bit of traction, in fact, simply because, of course, when you think about it with Harry and Meghan, they came over for two visits really, didn't they? One unexpected secret visit to see Our Gracious Majesty the Queen ahead of those big Invictus Games at, of course, or should I say, in the Netherlands. Big success actually for Harry and Meghan, the Invictus Games. Remains to be seen though whether it's going to be a success on film, you know, because that's part of the Netflix deal, as we know, and that documentary allegedly is coming out towards the end of the autumn into the brand new season, as it were, you know. And a lot of people were really shocked at that time, weren't they, that of course Harry and Meghan decided to play that oh so private visit. Then Harry went and spoiled it all, didn't he, by going on international television saying how much he was checking in on Her Majesty the Queen and wanted to know the right people were around her, and of course how close and you know, really secure they were. Big mistake that, Harry. And then of course, you know, he came back over for the celebrations of the Platinum Jubilee, and rightly so, you know. He thought he was going to take centre stage, but what really resulted, despite that loyal cheerleader claiming there were many visits back and forth to Frogmore Cottage, was simply not the case. We had one visit, sort of public visit from Our Gracious Majesty the Queen, in which apparently there is a picture, but it's a private picture, withheld with, of course, the royal court, simply meaning that no one else can publish the picture apart from the sanction and authority of our gracious monarch. But there could be good news on the horizon, apparently, because as we know, our wonderful monarch likes to holiday up in one of her favourite homes, in fact, Balmoral up in Scotland. Been up there, gorgeous place by the way, and it really is. You can understand why people like it. You know, that area is really like it's another place. You go over there, you're completely cut off from the world, and it makes you relax and think good thoughts, of course. And this possibly is that Harry and Meghan are hoping that the Queen will have another good thought, because it's a time of year where our monarch likes to invite, of course, members of her family to come and spend time with her. They don't all come at once, they all come when they're invited at segregated times. Now, according to a good source, even though Harry and Meghan didn't manage to get that endorsement that they could, and as ever we have to say, allegedly need, in order to make sure that their brand stays on track across the United States of America, they're hoping for a holiday invite. Now, once again, you know, this is odd in itself, because we were told that Harry and Meghan weren't particularly keen on Balmoral, particularly Meghan, who didn't like the hunting, shooting, stag things that they do in the breaks, you know, during the holiday. It's not something that she enjoyed, and Prince Harry decided to decline this particular activity when he visited with her. But times may call for desperate measures, allegedly, and it doesn't matter whether you are related to the most famous woman in the world. If you need to get your brand back on course, particularly with a market that requires it the most, the United States of America, then you may just forgo those terrible woke things that you want to always shout about when you're on a Zoom call or indeed giving a public speech. Either way, it's not confirmed yet who's going to be invited for Her Majesty's summer holidays, but let's just put a book on this and say Camilla, Charles and William and Catherine, no doubt the Tyndalls, Beatrice, Eugenie, and of course the Duke of York. But I'm not sure how exhausted Her Majesty might be to see any more people after that. And I'm not being sort of trite here. It's going to be interesting on a more serious note as to whether they do get an official invite. If they do, what's the betting that they will find their way over here, no doubt, carousing in once again on a private jet, or telling the rest of the world how to save the planet. As ever, when I know more, you know more. Neil Sean, Yorkshire.